Hey everyone, welcome back to the Hidden Brick, where today we're going to build the Lego Technic Roadwork Crew, set number 42060, 365 pieces. Pretty, smallish size set for Lego Technic standards. There's so many Technic sets that are in the thousands of parts, so when you get something this size, it feels really small. But don't discount it. It's a good size set. You just kind of have to think relatively to other sets that are on the market. So let's go ahead and dump all the contents out. Now there are a lot of these mini tank treads that could possibly be, you can see right in there, those little tank tread pieces. That's, 50, 60 of, the part count right there. All right, so we have two instruction books because you do have the option of building two different models. You can't build them at the same time. You have to choose one over the other. So this is the models that are on the front of the box, and then you can see there's this snowplow type utility vehicle that you could build with the parts. So we're going to stick to the one that's on the front of the model. On the front of the box. So we have numbered bags. We have a bag one, actually two bag ones, and then there's a bag number two. So start with the bag one, obviously. I think the bulk of the parts are definitely the bag one part. And it's mostly a lot of small pins and connection type pieces. So let me move the wheels and tires off to the side. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and slide them in there because we know that's where they're going to go. It's not like you're going to put the tires on something else. All right. So there's all of our wheels and tires assembled. So let's get right into this build. I'm going to zoom in a bit until we start to get a little bit bigger. I don't think this is a huge model when it's going to be complete. It doesn't look like it from the picture. So I think we'll probably stay zoomed in for most of the build here. So we have these 5 long yellow axles. So about a year and a half ago, they started changing some of the colors of the axles. They used to just be the light bluish, gray, and black. And I guess the changing of the colors helps newer builders kind of find the right length axle, even though they always put the little one-to-one diagram inside there, kind of so you can line it up. But I kind of preferred the old way where it was just two colors and you just had to find the right one. All right, so we have that, and this slides in just like that. Now we have quite a few of these friction pins. The blue ones are 3 axles long, or 3 pins long. The black ones are 2 long. Put that there. And this one go right here. Sandwich the other black lift arm on this side. And that piece there. All right, so this is getting a little big. I'll zoom out a bit so we can see it a little bit better. And this instruction book is folded, so it's hard for me to, every time I turn the page, the pages are wanting to roll up on each other. So it's hard for me to understand what's going on here. Try to flatten that out a bit. Okay, so this is basically repeating for the other side right there. Pin, and I call these pin bushings, but it's basically a one long lift arm. We have a brown axle, slides all the way through. And we put this little bent lift arm type thing on here. Oops, not like that. There is a, you have to match the picture because there is a kind of a left and right facing way of this. So that goes there. And we'll connect this 5 long lift arm on there. Now we have 2 of these pieces. Probably the rear axles where the rear tires and wheels are going to connect to. This piece attaches there. We have another 3 long axle. We're just kind of trying to put it right in the middle, somewhere in that area. It's close enough. And this will then slide into this axle hole in the side of that thin lift arm, just like that. So we slide the other one on over here. That looks good there. Now we have another 5 long yellow axle. This is sliding through the front here. Once you start sliding it through thin lift arms, sometimes it catches on them. We've got that on, and there's one more of those bushing connector pieces. There it is. Okay, so that's basically our main chassis for the work truck. So now the orange is the color of the body of the truck. I mean yeah, I guess the outer body of it. What am I doing here? I saw the instruction picture and I totally just put it on the wrong way. Okay. So that goes like that and that goes like that. So we use our first sticker. We have a relatively small amount of stickers, all things considered. This is sticker number 4. It's going to go across this lift arm right there. I kind of put it on a little crooked, but it'll work for this purpose. All right. Put these guys. I get this black 2 long axle with a pin on the end. Slide both of those on there. This axle with a stop. And then this right here. This axle is free spinning right there. Another one of these orange lift arms with another axle with a stop. That'll go right there. Two of these guys, one here. Looks like it goes under there. And another non-friction pin. This will go under here. It shows this turned in with a 5 long lift arm attached to it as it's coming apart on me. There we go. So that looks like our little front steering area. Then we're going to slide this all the way on there. There. So that's all interlocked now. So next we have some gears. We have this black bevel gear here, tan bevel gear right there, and then this joiner piece. So you can see it slowly, or very, not much room of movement there, but it moves it a little bit. All right, so now we're on to the body some more. Building two of the same elements on these 9 long pieces. Two friction pins, and then two of these pins that have stud on the top. Cool. That looks good. All right, so we have a micro panel. This is going to get a sticker number 2. And then we'll snap that on right here. We have the other micro panel for the other side. It gets sticker number 6. And that one will snap on right there. All right, more body work. Good amount of parts going on this thing. All Alright, so that's basically the roof portion of the truck. This will slide in on the back side of those pins sticking out. Okay, those go there. Those are actually kind of hard to put on. And of course we have more of them. I've never seen a set with so many of these things. Where's this going? Okay, this goes underside here. That one goes there. Trick with these is they want to move around when you're trying to put them on, so it can kind of get a little squirrely. We have our next sticker. It's going to go on the front here. It's kind of like the radiator grill area. And that will attach right there. So turn this over. Have our axles for the front wheels. Turn it back over. It's kind of random. We were in the middle of building this and then they had us put that on, and now we're back to the front building this again. So not quite sure why the randomness of the instructions there. So we have some Lego system pieces that we're putting together. And these will attach to the pins that have the studs on the end. And then that will fold down like that. So creates the hood portion of the truck pretty nicely. Okay, so this is part of the windshield frame right there. Now we have the other one. Ah, come on. Dropping stuff. So that goes there. This one should line up with everything. Yep. So there's our windshield frame. There's no glass element in there. It's just the way it's supposed to look like it. Now we have a light. It's going to go there. This axle that slides in here with a bevel gear there. So that, remember, that's what turns our front steering pieces. Alright, so now we're going to build our rear tipping bed. We have quite a few friction pins. Did I do that wrong? Yep, I did. slide all the way through there. All right. Now it matches the picture. A couple of those pieces and a couple of these right there. Now we have this panel. And some more pins. We're getting close. It's like when you start to use up all of your friction pins, you know you're almost done with a bag or the set. Now there is numbered bags in this, so we're almost done with this bag. Alright, so this one's slightly different. We have this L-shaped bent lift arm, and then this piece here. Two more friction pins. And that all lines up like that. So we turn this over. These two pieces here. Turn it back over. Let's bring this over. These line up with that one piece there. Or slide a 4-long axle with a stop. And then this red bushing on the end. And then this piece lines up and attaches right there. Put that part on there, so that creates our little tipping mechanism. And then we're going to, let's see, it shows the broom and the shovel on the inside of that for some reason. But we have our wheels and tires on here. Okay. I have two extra, oh, duh, I didn't put these on here for some reason. Did I completely miss that in the instructions? I think I did. All right, now we have the right amount of parts left. Awesome. So that completes bag number 1. Let's go ahead and move on to bag number 2. Okay, we have everything for bag 2 dumped out. And the one thing I did do was there's all these tank treads. I went ahead and put all those together just because those take kind of a long time to do on camera. So other than that, I haven't done anything but dump all these parts out. So this is going to be like a little mini excavator type vehicle that we're building. We do have our 40th anniversary commemorative piece right there. And a 7-long axle gets slid in here. So that goes there. Put the other one on this side. Friction pin here. Now we have this piece. We slowly or gently push a red axle on it to it, but then we squeeze it together once it's on that piece there. It does get a non-friction pin. pieces. One there, one right there. And both of these get non-friction pins. They're facing outwards. And this is getting little tires. Oh, this is not the tractor we're building. This is the trailer. I did not realize we were building a trailer for it. So this piece simply attaches back here. So that is our trailer for the little mini excavator. Now we're going to build the excavator. I was wondering why we were putting wheels and tires on it. A red axle that goes about halfway on. Well, as soon as I put it halfway on, then it slides around when you try to insert it, so it kind of defeats the purpose of trying to put it a certain way on. Have the brown axle with a stop, put a bushing on, then we have the little worm gear. Okay, another axle with a stop, and this will get a bevel gear, so that interlocks with the worm gear. Slide this piece on, and this piece goes like that. A lot of stuff going on here. So this slides over the worm gear. It should interlock with that piece just like that. Another one of these guys, and a thin lift arm right here. Two of the same part. This goes right there and right here. These thin lift arms are kind of hard to squeeze in axles and pins as well, because they want to get caught on the piece as you go. But once you kind of get it on there, it works okay. An axle with a toe ball. Go there. Oops. Well, I can slide it on there. I was about to say I forgot this piece. Slide it on right there. Now we have this T-shaped piece. Let's Slides on there. Pretty compact little gearbox we're making. This little gear on top of there. So that interlocks with that worm gear, so you can turn that and turn this little lever. Alright, 2 4-long axles with a 3-long thin lift arm. Goes there. Actually, it's not supposed to slide all the way down, it's supposed to stay on the top. Alright. So this looks like the arm part for the little excavator. And we have a non-friction pin with a half pin. So on that half pin, we'll put this thin lift arm. Rotate this up a little bit. Put that there. So you can kind of see how that, whoops, lifts it up like that. So let's put it down just a little bit. That piece on. Let's see, we have this thing with 2 friction pins. We have our little bucket piece. That will attach there, and this piece will attach right here. So you can see there's this piece we turn over here that moves that forward and backwards. Okay. We have a pin joiner that we're going to put on this panel and this panel, and we have stickers. These are our last stickers. So sticker number 5. Go right here. And sticker number 3. Go over here. Couple friction pins on both sides that attaches to. Alright, now we're going to make our tracked piece. So we have 4 of these non-friction pins that have an axle on the end. Attach a gear to each one of those. Couple pins there. This piece here. Now we take our tracks and we need 23 on each side. So we got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 23. We'll pop that off. Now there should be, yep, there's 2 extra. So if I pop 2 off of this one, should leave me with equal length pieces. And there it is, 2 equal lengths. So we'll put that on there, wrap it around, and snap it together. These do have a little bit of play in it, meaning it, see how it kind of sags, but that's the way it's supposed to be. And this will attach on the underside right there. And there you go, just like that, we have our Roadwork crew complete. So you can see this rotates around. It has a gear here that you can turn this up and down. Same here, this can go up, and then this is just a click hinge type piece. Actually doesn't work too great, but it is what it is. And then don't forget, we can also put that on our trailer right there. It does come with some system Lego parts, the shovel and the broom. All right, so there it is. That is the Lego Technic Roadwork crew. Not much of a crew. It's just a tractor and a truck and trailer. No minifigures or anything, so we're missing the crew part. All right, so thanks again for watching. Make sure to check out my other videos. I got a ton of Lego Technic build videos on this channel. So if you like these real-time builds, then you're in the right spot. Subscribe to my channel, check them all out, and we'll see you in the next one.